Warzone Mobile is now officially out globally, and while I will be covering a variety of weapons and gathering a bunch of information and sharing that with you guys, I did want to start with a weapon that is quite literally impossible to go wrong with, and that is the Ram 7. Before I get into why that is though, I did want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Warzone Mobile, so big shout out to Activision for sponsoring today's video. Now, the reason I'm recommending the Ram 7 assault rifle is it is one of the most versatile guns in the entire game. Also, don't mix up the Ram 7 and the Ram 9. The Ram 7 is the assault rifle, the Ram 9 is the SMG. Although it is pretty much one of, if not the best SMGs in the entire game right now. So if you did mix them up, not that big of a deal. So speaking of which, to unlock the Ram 7, it's very easy. All you have to do is get 15 Arsenal coins. To get Arsenal coins, you can press the little challenges button on the main screen and see which challenges you have. After completing those, you should have 15 coins that can be spent in the Arsenal store to just easily purchase the Ram 7. In terms of some more information on the Ram 7, it has a very competitive or even best in class time to kill, up to about 45 meters. After that, it does fall off pretty hard, but still can compete with most other guns inside of Warzone Mobile. That is if you can control the recoil, which can be sporadic depending on your build, but if you build it right, especially for Battle Royale, it's not that big of an issue. And speaking of builds, let's go ahead and get into how to build this thing for multiplayer first. Since multiplayer currently is only on very small maps, my focus with building this was mostly on mobility and obviously a bigger mag size. So obviously as you're leveling this thing up, your attachments will be different than what I have right here. This is what, again, I found having it fully unlocked to level 29, but as long as you can build this thing to, again, have better mobility and a bigger mag, you should be good. If you do notice that your mobility is, fast enough and your recoil is kind of hard to control, you could instead substitute some of these attachments for attachments that help you give or have better recoil. Also, this game has a ton of attachments, and I'm still kind of learning how to approach this in terms of videos and all that, since there's just so much information. Again, this will kind of like improve as we get more into Warzone Mobile, but for now I'm just kind of giving you the vibe of how you should build things, and then again you can just kind of use whatever attachments you have available to you. Also, another tidbit too, since we are in launch and not everyone knows this stuff, make sure that you are putting on a weapon XP card if you have them while you level up guns, because this will, I don't know if it doubles your weapon XP or maybe it goes up by, I don't know the specifics on this. Again, I'll figure this stuff out later, but just make sure you put these things on when you're playing while you're trying to level up weapons to optimize your time spent. Also, another mention is that I am using the laser that gives the most upsides. The downsides for this is that there's a flashlight and a laser that is visible to enemies, but I think right now with launch, people aren't going to see that as much because they're not used to what they're seeing on their screen. So if they see a little bit of green, they're not going to be like, oh, person, immediately. Obviously, that's going to change as people get more used to the game, but I think on launch, this is kind of a safe attachment to use because you just get so many pros from this. For the Battle Royale build, mostly you're focusing on improving the recoil on this and then getting better bullet velocity as well as a bigger magazine, because more HP, more bullets needed, also bigger maps in Battle Royale, so better recoil control needed and bullet velocity. All that makes sense. So for the attachments that I have here, I have the HVS 3.4 pad for the stock. This is going to give you, again, better recoil control, 60 round drum mag. Obviously, you need as many rounds as you can get. Definitely recommend the 60, even though the cons hurt your mobility pretty aggressively. I think it's pretty important to have that, but if for some reason you're just insanely accurate, you could go down to a 40, I guess. Actually, I don't know. After saying that, I don't even know if anyone should go 40. I think 60 is just kind of what you have to do inside of Battle Royale. Also, I gotta go shut up a dog. I'll be back. It's actually not even my dog and she doesn't listen to me, so we just close the door. Anyway, yeah, attachments here are mostly focused on just better control, better bullet velocity, stuff like that. So everything's in that theme. And then a suppressor, because Battle Royale suppressors are very important. So the Hermes, I think, Hermes mod suppressor is going to give you better bullet velocity, so your shots connect quicker at range. And obviously the undetectable by radar aspect of a suppressor. And then underbarrel, we got the Bruin Heavy. Again, these attachments are just, there's a lot of attachments in this game, and I don't even have these ones yet, which you have to unlock by getting different weapons to different levels. So there's more options that we could cover here, but again, general vibe that you're going for right now with this is just more weapon control. And then I don't know if I covered the barrel, but if I didn't, I'm using the something Mark 40 heavy barrel, XRK core mark. I'll probably put text on the screen so you guys can see these a little easier when I'm here, because they're kind of cropped and scrolling and confusing. So again, we're kind of learning how to approach this game in terms of content. So if you guys have any advice, let me know. Now, if you do find the recoil easy enough to control with this build, again, feel free to modify. You could go ahead and take off some attachments and add attachments that maybe give you some more you know, more aggressive stats, more mobility. But keeping with the one gun for everything theme, this is the build that I am currently rocking. Now, obviously, I do recommend having loadouts with 2 primary weapons to cover all kinds of situations that you could be in. But again, I wanted to make this video just because it gives you 1 weapon to start with, which I think a lot of people will be looking for. And also, I will be heading to LA tomorrow for a launch stream event. So definitely make sure to check if I'm live streaming right now. Good chance I am. Yeah, and with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like and a sub down below if you did, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.